Welcome to Presentation, Ponder, Practice. The first three chapters of Hosea's writing explain the relationship of God with his people through the giving of information about Hosea's family. A large portion of the chapters that remain detail arguments against Israel. Mingled with the accusations and evidence are promises and declarations of future redemption. God's controversy with Israel begins with a general complaint, but first a call to listen. Listen to the word of the Lord, O sons of Israel. God wants Israel to hear his accusations, the evidence he has, and the results which it has brought about in their lives. In effect, Hosea is calling them to be the jury and the accused. The first accusation: there is no faithfulness, no learning of truth and then living by the truth. The people have no integrity, we might say. The second accusation: there is no love. Consistently doing good for another is often considered mercy or grace. This love, which was missing, was loyal love, love that goes beyond the basic requirements and freely gives kindness. In marital love, this love goes beyond obligations toward a spouse. Absence of this love in a community shows the people are cruel, self-centered members. The third accusation: there is no knowledge of God. Knowledge can be objective, considering and representing facts about God, like Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, or subjective, having a personal relationship with someone, in this case, God, Hosea chapter 6, verses 1 through 3. These accusations lead to a list of sins. Swearing is putting an oath or putting under an oath in the name of a god. Deception renders a term for deny, to keep a secret or tell lies by which one may evade responsibility. Sarah laughed when she denied what the Lord had said, Genesis 18, verse 15. The people of the land could not be trusted, in other words. Murder, stealing, and adultery each have their usual meaning. The people are in essence violating the Ten Commandments. Since the people have no knowledge of God, there is plenty of evidence of their apostasy, and society is crumbling. Their evil is rampant and increasing, so that bloodshed follows bloodshed. This thought looks back to Jezreel in chapter 1, verse 4. God's evidence points to the results given in verse 3. Therefore the land mourns, and everyone who lives in it languishes, along with the beasts of the field and the birds of the sky, and also the fish of the sea disappear or are taken away. Everything is becoming increasingly scarce. Every part of creation is touched by the suffering brought on by man's sins. Curses for disobedience to the covenant, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 15 through the end of that chapter, told of these effects on the land and the life that is dependent on the land. For a quicker look at that thought, read Deuteronomy chapter 28, specifically verses 18 and then 23 and 24. Hear the word of the Lord and judge yourself against it. God addresses sin in his word so adjustments can be made and his people can become better people. Check out or check up on your learning of truth and your living by that truth. Inspect your love for loyalty, which does more than what is required. Evaluate your knowledge of God. Where sin is ignored, there is more sin. Without knowledge of God, there is sin and the breaking down of a nation, a community, a family, or all of the above. When the people disobeyed God, all creation had to suffer. The final judgment of creation, though, will vindicate the earth and animals. Keep your covenants with God and your covenant with your spouse. May God bless your faithfulness to his new everlasting covenant revealed in the New Testament.